Hello everyone, welcome back to another short video. We're back into my very dirty, messy garage, but today I wanted to show you how to make a very simple and easy 360 light for your kayak. And I'll show you how I made it, and I'll show you how I mounted mine, but it can be mounted and done anyway, and it can run off any standard little USB power bank that you might have. So let's get into it, and hopefully it can help some of you guys out. So sometime last year, well actually what I did is I did have the Visi carbon pole from Kayak that has the light at the top that you just screw and it goes on. Unfortunately that housing that the light was in cracked, and I think water must have gotten in and actually it shorted the light. I could have bought a replacement part for the Visi carbon pole, but I just found that it wasn't really very bright, and I just got thinking about how can I make a light that works a lot better and gives me more brightness. And I came up with this one, and I'll show you the different parts. And what I did is I made it out of an empty line spool. You can buy these strip USB or 12 volt LED light strips. You buy them in multiple pack sets. It has the double-sided tape on the back side, and it's normally a 12 volt rated. You get it in different colors as well. In this case I took the white one, of course, and it is fully submersible and waterproof, so that's one of the things you just need to be aware of. But it's made for outdoor use. And then I just decided to mount it on that, and actually mount it on top of my existing carbon Visi pole. Now you can mount whatever I'm going to show you how to build this. You can mount it on anything. You can put it on a piece of PVC pipe or a wooden stick or anything. How you mount it on the stick and that you prefer, that's up to you. But I'll just show you what I've done here. And the only other piece of equipment you're going to need is a cable. It's called it's a converter that takes 5 volt output to 12 volt output. So it steps up what a typical power bank would put out in power, steps it up to a 12 volt to run this light. And you know, plug it into any power bank, and this light works perfect. So all I did is I took an empty line spool. This is an old J-braid one. The one I do have, what you could do is, one thing I would recommend, look, some of these spools are deeper than others. If you use a spool that is, you know, just leader line, those are typically more shallow spools. Or you could use like, you know, the clear plastic ones, but any spool would work. And all you would do is you will take the strip lighting, remove the back side of tape, and you're just going to wrap it on the inside of the spool. Simple as that. That is all I did. Stick it in there with a double-sided tape. Now the power cord, all I did is I actually drilled a hole in there through to the inside, so that the power cord came out on the inside. And that's where I left it. And then I used these connectors. Now you can actually tie your power cord from the light then directly to the cord that feeds to your battery power. Or in my case, I actually installed waterproof connectors, you know, quick detach waterproof connectors, because I can remove the cable. A lot of times when we fish in the early summers, you know, by the time we get on the water, it's bright enough, we don't actually need the light. So I just made it that I can actually remove that power cable so it's not in my way or flapping around. I can only use it when I need to, and then just take it off when I don't use it. So just to show you here, and hopefully this is clear enough, I wrapped I took the spool, I wrapped the LED light around the spool. Like I mentioned, I drilled a hole through here and the power cord comes out the bottom. Now this power cord, I just put some wrapping around it just to protect it. And then I connected one of these plugs to the end of the light. You know, just with heat shrink, I attached the 2 plugs. And then on the other end, I bought the cable, and I'll link all of these in the description. The USB power cable, you know, it comes from a 5 volt, steps up to 12 volt, and I attach it to the other end of the plug, the other end of the waterproof plug, just like that. So now I can just, you know, unplug and plug it whenever I need it. And then what I did is I actually took this top, and you have holes on the bottom and the top. I actually took, and that's just what was lying around. I took an old whiskey bottle cap or something, put it on the bottom end, and actually attach it with a long screw through the top, and I put another cap at the top. I just attach it that way, and that plug actually fitted perfectly into the old head of the VisiCarbon pole, and I actually just used marine goo to actually secure it in there, and it will, to get it out, I'll have to break this head apart. But there's multiple options. Like here I have an old Scotty mount that had a light that just plugged into the top. Doesn't work well either. But just to show you, like, when your options you have to plug this in. If you take the spool and you attach the light on the inside, you drill a hole through and your wire will come through here. And like this is like I said, it's a whiskey bottle top. That fits in perfectly there. Look at that. So if you attach that to that cap, then you don't even have to glue it in there. You can take the light off when you don't need it, but you attach it to that cap on that post, and then you just have to attach your power wire either directly or with a plug, and run it to your battery source. As simple as that. It's very inexpensive, easy to do, and actually it's really nice and strong and powerful in the dark, so it gives you a really good light. So just to show you again how I made it up. Like it says, I have a plug on this one, so when I connect the plug it into the power source, there is my 360 light. Works very well. When I don't need to use it, I just take the power cord off and off I go, or I just remove the battery when it's bright enough and it doesn't work. The way I actually have it set up is I have a battery box to which I run it with an on and off switch, so I can actually have this plugged in through plug it in the morning when I actually load up and do my work, and then I just flip the switch at some point. But there you go. I'll link all the pieces in the description below. Hopefully this helps someone. Okay.